Drop a beat.
This is how
it starts. Y'all didn't know I have a DJ name on the weekends?
We drop a different beat.
All right, it is time for the Funkast Blast.
Ooh, Funkast Blast. Funkast Blast.
Funkast
Pew.
Blast.
Pew, pew, pew.
Funkast Blast. Pew, pew, pew.
Today we won't chew into the mics this time.
Is that a better one?
That was awesome.
What's up, fanatics? Welcome to another episode of the Funko Funkast. We're broadcasting from inside the Funko Lounge today with another Getting to Know episode. This is your host, Sully.
It's Ashley from work.
And Tristan from Top Pops.
Tristan from Top Pops is here.
Yes.
Nice. We sprung this on him. He came to visit. He was going to do some video. And we said, Tristan, do you want to do a podcast? And he said...
I said, of course, why not?
Your first podcast?
This is my first podcast ever, so it's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm excited to do this.
He's having one of those yes days where whatever we tell him, he will say yes.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
It's a great way to live.
Well, I'm glad it could be with us. That's awesome. So we do this getting to know segment, if you will. We've done a few. We had Veronica on last week. We've had, you're joining the ranks of Zack Ryder. Ming Chen has been on. We've had Charlie from Anthrax. So we've been all over the board, including a bunch of people internally. Veronica was one of them.
Yep,
so
licensing, Matt.
What's that?
Matt and Parker from licensing.
Matt and Parker, absolutely.
Yep.
We had some of the digital team on. Anyway, it's just a chance to kind of get to talk to you, a fan,
right, of course.
and find out a little bit more about you. And then, of course, we have some standard questions that we always get asked on the Funkast that we'll throw at you as well.
Okay.
But let's start off with, let's pretend someone has never met you before. They don't know about Top Pops, the YouTube channel.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Okay, so we have a YouTube channel where we pretty much dedicate every day to Funko Pops. So we do videos every day. We try to do it around 12 p.m. EST, but sometimes we get pushed back a bit. We try our best. But we've done a video every day about Funko products for almost 1,000 days now. And we've been trying our best to keep that going. It's been really tough. Some days where it's like we have exams coming up the next day, I'll film a couple in advance, or if we're going away and we know we're going to travel or something, I really got to kind of plan ahead, but it is really fun. But yeah, we do pretty much Funko-based videos every single day.
Are these live or all recorded and then posted?
These are mostly recorded. Sometimes we'll do live giveaways, kind of like you guys do sometimes. But we try our best to record the day before and then, edit at night, then upload the next day. And it's worked pretty well so far.
And how many total videos? You said you've done 1,000 days straight, but before that, you probably had a few, right?
I think we have, last time I checked, it was around 1,100 maybe. Because before that, there wasn't that many. There was breaks where we would take time off, but then once I gave myself the schedule, it was really helpful to keep me going and do one every day.
And were you taught how to do any of this, or is it all self-taught?
This is all self-taught. I am doing film school now, which has kind of helped me with smaller things that I might not have known. But over the years, I've kind of just taught myself. Like I slowly earned enough from the YouTube channel to buy myself a camera and a tripod and some lights. But yeah, over time, I've never really had a class or anything like that to teach me, except for, well, that's not true. There is the one at school that we did film school, but I had already known a lot of this before, but it was just learning how to edit on Premiere and stuff like that.
Is it a different product every video, or do you have some overlap?
There's some overlap because I can't buy a new one every day. I do try my best to buy one every day if I can. Sometimes we'll buy, we'll go hunting out and look for, some new ones that are coming out, whether it be Pennywise or It. But yeah, we try our best to get new products every day so people are, staying engaged and seeing the newest stuff.
That's awesome.
But yeah, sometimes there is some overlap with top fives and stuff like that.
Cool.
Before we get too far into it, I know this part we don't want to put to the very end. What is the URL for your channel?
Okay, so there's a little funny thing with that. I got the URL a long time ago, and it's a really long one. If it comes up, it's Top Pops, Tristan, and Noah. See, because me and my brother did it, and Top Pops was already taken, so I didn't know what to do. So it's really just a bunch of numbers and letters, but if you really want to, if you type in Top Pops, it should be one of the first one that comes up. I hope so, anyway.
Awesome. I know doing podcasts and doing videos here, I've learned a lot from mistakes, what to do, what not to do. What's one of the most valuable lessons you've learned along the way?
Even if you don't know much about the product you're talking about, learn a little bit about it. At least, fake it till you make it for this one. Because this has been kind of tough, especially when there's so many franchises and licensing different things from Funko that it's really hard to know all about everything. So I try to know enough to, get through the video and like talk about whether it be like anime. I am a fan of some. I don't know if you'd call Pokemon anime, but there is some of there. But when it comes to like Dragon Ball Z, maybe I don't know every single character, but I do know a few here and there. So it's good to know a little bit about them.
So speaking of being a fan, I know we did have you on a video that'll be on our YouTube channel here shortly, if not already. What are you a fan of?
I'm a fan of a lot of stuff, actually. I'm a big fan of Star Wars. I've grown up with Star Wars. My dad and I have watched every movie with my brother as well. And especially like going to Disney World and stuff like that. They have a lot of Star Wars stuff there. So that was really cool to kind of like get immersed into it. But another thing, like with Funko, we were really big fans of the Ad Icon line. That's one that I've been trying to work on for forever. That's a really cool one. It's harder to get those ones, but when you get them, it's kind of more satisfying to kind of get another one for the set because there isn't that many. Like there is with Star Wars, sometimes there'll be like 20 new ones that come out. Now I'll try to get as many as I can, but it's fun to get that one ad icon, such as like Kool-Aid Man or something like that. Yeah,
I love the Ad Icon mystery minis. That was probably one of the.
I just picked up a case today.
Right? Yeah, one of my favorite products we've come out with lately.
It's really exciting.
Yeah.
The art on those, fantastic
Oh,
as
they're
usual.
so cute. I love
They
them.
look great.
Yeah, but that mystery, that always kills me.
Yep.
I know the 1 in 72s. Oof.
I know. I like the mini vinyl box where it has the window. That's more my
Yeah.
speed.
Kyle on our team just started collecting the Cuphead. And
Ugh.
he goes down to the store like twice a week and buys more boxes, and he keeps getting some of the same ones over and over again. He's
Like,
trying,
welcome to
bless
the
his heart. So those are a couple of your fandoms. What would you say is your favorite Star Wars product?
Ooh, that you guys have made?
Yeah.
Okay. I really like the Super Shogun Warriors.
Ooh.
I think those are really cool. Which ones are there? There's the Boba Fett and then the prototype Boba Fett.
Isn't there one that's a
Or is
trooper?
it Stormtrooper
There's
as well?
a trooper too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know, but those ones are really cool. I don't own any of them personally because I wanted to pick one up actually while we were here, but it's not going to fit anywhere in my suitcase, so that's kind of tough. But they're so cool. They're huge. There's those, and then there's also the old Wacky Wobblers as well. I have some of the old ones from 2008. I actually talked about this in the interview over there, but that was really fun to collect those with my dad and my brother as well because we have like some of the old ones from like we have holographic Obi-Wan Kenobi, some old Stormtrooper ones, and we didn't really know what they were at the time, but we just wanted to get as many as possible to kind of finish off our sets and what we had.
I mean, honestly, do you need the clothes in your suitcase to take home, or could
I
you just
mean, not
replace
really.
it?
I can give away the Top Pop shirts.
Yeah, you can make a nice donation here to a local charity of your clothing, and then get a
Hey, not a
get a
bad
Shogun
idea.
home.
It's a lot of Funko shirts.
Oh, maybe okay, not the
Yeah,
Funko
don't-
shirts. That's a
yeah.
different story. What got you into collecting Funko specifically?
To collecting Pops or Funko in general, well, it started off with the Wacky Wobblers, and we had a bunch of those. But then it slowly turned into, I think this was around 2013, 2014. I started to pick, my brother picked out for me a Sheldon Cooper Funko Pop. And that was the first one I ever got. He said it kind of reminded him of me. And then we also loved watching The Big Bang Theory at the time. So I had the one Sheldon Cooper one, and we tried to complete that set as best as possible. Still never found the Leonard Hofstadter one. That was kind of already retired, I believe, or vaulted by the time I had started to collect them. But yeah, we started with the Sheldon Cooper, and then after that, we slowly bought them whenever we saw them in stores.
So you seem to prefer the actual in IRL hunting.
Yes.
Do you order a lot of stuff online as well?
Recently, yes, so much that it's gotten a little crazy. But I do order whenever the Funko Shop one comes out. We did miss the Captain Cutler. That was a sad one. That's a little joke on the channel that I missed Captain Cutler. But we do have a lot of stuff that we order. We try to order pretty much whatever I can because people love to see unboxings, but they also love to see me do hunts around at like different stores. So it's fun to do a balance of both.
What would you say to someone just starting to collect Funko?
Start with some figures that you like. Don't just buy every single thing. Start small, and then slowly build your way up. So maybe if you want to finish off a set that has like 5 figures, and then move on to ones that maybe have a little bit more, or even like a good one to start with right now actually is one of my favorites is the Scooby-Doo set. I love all of the stuff in that wave and all that, the new ones from the new line. So yeah, maybe start there and then build your way up that way. I mean,
Some good pro tips right there.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll say I learned years ago. I started collecting in 2011, and at first I would buy just the ones I wanted, and then that evolved to, well, if they're putting a new one out, I'm going to buy it too.
Right.
And I was ordering all of them.
Oof.
And then I quickly learned there's no way because it seems like we just keep
Yeah.
picking up pace as we go downhill.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel like there's about 8,000 now, aren't there? Like Pops?
I've heard a few numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
which
know
one's
if we
real.
have an accurate number.
Yeah,
No.
it's got to be at least in that ballpark.
The app would tell you the best Yes.
saw an article the other day, and I think that's what it said was somewhere in 8,000 based on the app.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't
Right.
think they're all in there. I think there's still some we
Yeah,
need
there's
to
probably
add,
a few
but
stragglers.
It's
but-
got to be close.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Okay, so we have some standard questions that have come up from doing 130 episodes
Sure.
of the Funcast. Some asked to us by fans repeatedly. So now we hone in on these for all of our interviews. So these are fun, just more play around questions.
Okay.
Often debated, does pineapple belong on pizza?
I don't like pineapple. So on pizza, it's a no-go for me. I actually don't like much on pizza besides pepperoni, and I know a lot of people are going to hate me for that one.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But, like a standard pizza is always safe. I don't know if you want to experiment with like black olives and stuff like that, but not my cup of tea, that's for sure. Usually just pepperoni and cheese. And if I know the pepperoni's not the greatest, sometimes just cheese.
Yep, that's what
Yeah.
I do too. Unless it's like a specialty pizza, like a more gourmet kind
Oh,
of thing.
yeah.
But
You're doing it right.
yep.
Where was the best hamburger you ever had?
Ooh, I really like Five Guys. Five Guys is one of my favorites, but then I was going to say Chick-fil-A, but you can't have Chick-fil-A there. It's only a chicken burger.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Five Guys is one of my favorites there. I get burgers there, and then I also get the grilled cheese is really great as well.
Grilled cheese at
Yeah,
Five Guys?
if you ask, they'll also put bacon on it for $1 extra. I don't want to give them a ad or anything, but I just
I
thought
did not know that was a thing. I got to try that now.
Yeah, it's great.
I enjoy their burgers a lot too.
Oh, they're great.
If Funko could make one pop for any license in the world that has not been made so far, what would you want to see made?
I've really wanted to see, and I know this is probably a really hard license to get, but a lot of Nintendo figures. I want to see Mario, Luigi. I know you guys have done Pokemon now, so you're getting close. It's cool. I've got all the Pokemon ones so far because that's really cool. But a lot of the Nintendo figures I feel are some really great ones that I'd love to see as pops, especially like a 6-inch Bowser or something.
We agree.
Yeah, that comes up repeatedly.
It does.
Yeah.
My favorite, though, we've talked about this before, is when people go, have you ever thought about Nintendo?
No, I know.
Yes.
I'm sure you have.
There's a little thing called licensing.
It might have come up once or
Yeah.
twice. Yeah. If Dima were here, he would have a bunch of spooky questions.
Yeah, he had a bunch of
Right.
weird questions just off the wall.
Yeah, I don't think like Dima does, but we could try. What would be a Dima question?
Ooh.
What was the one he asked Veronica last week? If you had to eat your way out of a home or a house built of a certain food, what food would that be?
Can I pick like a specific, like really specific thing?
Sure.
There's these things called sweet tart ropes. If you ever had them, it's like sweet tarts, like the little candies, but they're in long ropes, and they're kind of like almost like Twizzlers in a way. But they're really good. I don't know why. I found them at a store one time. I don't even remember where it was, but they are really good. I don't know what's up with them. Someone told me to kind of slow down on them because they're kind of fattening. I don't know either, but I've had a fair share of those, and they're really good.
The
I could eat
10
those all
pounds
day.
of sugar that's in each one
Probably,
might have something
yeah.
to do with it.
A Dima question. If you could fight any horror character with your arms tied behind your back, who would it be and why?
Maybe Chucky. I feel like he's smaller. I know he has a knife, but he is smaller. So
It's true.
maybe Chucky'd be a good one. You kind of just sit on him. I don't know if he's that small.
You
But
probably kick him around
Yeah,
a
you
little
could
bit.
try.
Yeah.
He's got a weird strength about him, though. Like, how is he
Yeah.
taking down full-size people?
That's
he's
true.
like Tiny Groot.
Yeah.
Nice call. Another one that he asked last week, and I enjoyed this one, was if you had to get a face tattoo, what would it be of?
Well, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he said this one, but didn't he say a face tattoo of his face?
Yes.
I thought it was something like that.
He did.
I have no clue, to be honest. For the longest time, I've joked around about getting a TP like the Iron Man on my chest. That one's been shot down a bunch. I don't think I'd ever get that one, but it would be really funny to get something like that. I don't know about any face tattoos. They kind of, I don't know. I'm not sure about a face tattoo, but maybe something. I don't know.
Here, let's pitch it a different way. You're forced to get the face tattoo
Okay.
in order to leave your home
Sure.
ever again. What would it be?
Ooh,
To
jeez.
continue to collect pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That URL for your YouTube channel, just
youtube.com/UCH4U83.
What has been the your favorite convention that you've visited so far?
Ooh. I mean, I've only ever been to a couple. We've been to, Niagara Falls Comic-Con is one that we actually had our first booth at, where we kind of,
cool.
had like T-shirts and pins and buttons and stuff like that. But then we slowly went to, we've been to New York Comic-Con, Fan Expo in Canada. That was a fun one. That was the one that you guys were at
Yep.
that year.
Yeah.
So that was cool. The first time I actually met you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, we did an interview there
We
too.
did,
That was
yeah.
cool. What was another thing? Probably New York Comic-Con though. Because it's the biggest, and there's a lot of really cool booths, and a lot of stores that I see on Instagram and stuff like that. But I finally got to see their booths in person and meet the people that I've talked to for a long time. A lot of fanatics, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, probably New York Comic Con.
You've got a strong following. When we post our videos or even the podcast, I'll see people a lot of times that'll say, like, you guys need to have Top Pops on. What does that feel like now that you have fans?
I don't know. It's in a way, it's really neat to see a lot of people, like, even coming here is probably the most I've ever seen, even more than, like, New York Comic Con with a lot of people being there. I think it's because, we're at the Funko HQ. There's so many people here that really just come up to me and say hi. I think we had, maybe 20, 30 people maybe yesterday, which was really cool. And there was even people going up to the counter to ask if they could have a Sharpie so I could sign something for them, which I thought was kind of funny.
That's cool.
This is one of the first times I've actually signed a pop, which was kind of weird. I signed a Batman one yesterday, so that was cool.
Like on the figure, not on the package?
It was on the top of the box.
Okay.
Because it was the blacked out box, so we signed it right where it's kind of gray, the gray on the top. There's a little bit of room. I signed right there.
That should be your shtick from now on. Whenever anybody asks you to sign it, because you're Top Pops, you have to sign the top of the box.
There you
that'd
go.
be cool. Actually, I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, from here on out.
Ooh.
The first time somebody asked me to sign one was at Fun Days, like two Fun Days ago, and my first instinct was to sign Chris, since that's my actual first name. So I signed it and I handed it to the girl, and she goes, "What is this?" I was like, "Oh, well, you get a one of a kind. I'm never going to do that again." I actually did it a second time by accident, but then added Sully also. So
That's funny.
it's kind of nerve wracking at first. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you're handing me this thing that's important to you, and you want me to deface it.
Hey, you just purchased it. Now I'm signing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little strange.
Weird.
Hey, as long as it makes people happy, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's see. We asked you about what were some lessons that you learned, some good things. What's been the craziest thing that's ever happened when you're filming videos?
Oh, geez. This was a funny one. I don't know if I can go into all the details about this one, but we were at a mall. It was near us, but it was about an hour away, and they're a bit of a bigger city than we are, so everybody around me kind of knows that I'm filming. But when we went to the bigger area, it was me and my cousin Nick, and we were filming, and he had a bigger camera to do B-roll the whole time. And so he was filming me walking out of stores. Well, security guards thought he was just filming random people. They thought he might have been filming like inappropriate things.
Yeah.
So they went up to him and we had a whole conversation. We had to get like almost like a pass to film in the mall, which has never happened to me before.
Interesting.
Because they were saying you were allowed to film outside, but to the store's discretion or whatever. So it was really tough to film that day, but it was a bit of a weird one. Yeah.
We've run into that a couple times
Yeah.
where we'll go into a store and they don't know who we are. Of course, it's not like
Right.
we're going to say, "Don't you know who we are?" And we just end up giving up most of the time and going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just easier. Do you collect anything other than Funko?
Let me think here. I do collect a lot of stuff actually. I've started collecting. Have you ever seen these? These are mini brands. Have you ever heard of these? They're tiny versions of real things. It's made by a company, I don't remember what it's called, maybe Zuru or something like that. And they have these little balls that they sell at like stores and stuff like that. And you open it up and there's 5 different things inside of it. And they're real things too. So there's like mini Pez inside of it. There's the candies. They're not real.
Yeah.
They're not functional, but they are tiny. So you can even like get like little shopping carts inside of it as well. What was one that I got the other day? There's a mini Vaseline that I got
That's
one
awesome.
time.
I've
There's
never heard
there's
of
so many
that.
random things.
I wonder if
but-
that's only like in Canada because there's
I don't know.
different
I picked them up
rules.
at Toys R Us in Canada.
Is it a
recently.
machine that you put money into and you get it out of?
No, they're just balls that you can buy. They're like they're little white ones. They're called mini brands. I bought them on Amazon too for like $10 for.
That's awesome. I
one. It
love
was pretty
miniature
cool.
things.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, there you go. You have a new collection now.
It's a bit of a
Yeah.
random one.
Anything else?
Hot Wheels cars is a big one. Pez is another one. I'm actually thinking of getting a Pez display for my Pop Pez now because I have both. I used to collect. There's a store actually in town near me where I'd buy like a bunch of the old Pez that he just had from his house, or he'd go to garage sales and stuff like that again for like $1 each or something like that. But now I've started collecting Pop Pez too. So there's actually things that Pez sell on their website. They're like runners almost, and you can put them on shelves. So we're getting a bunch of shelves put up, and then you're going to slide them in so they stand without falling
That's
over out
cool.
of the box.
I've seen some collections, and looking at them from the front view, I wondered how they got them so perfectly lined up.
Yeah, they sell them on their website. They're like $1 each. They're not bad.
We learn something every day.
We do a segment called "Cool Things That You Saw Last Week" on the Funkast. What's a cool thing that you've seen in the last week?
Geez, I don't know. Probably the coolest thing that I've seen is, the last week coming here is probably the coolest thing I've seen all week. Especially because we're usually filming videos about Pops, so it'll be like the newest thing for Pops is probably the coolest thing I've seen. But yeah, probably coming here is the best thing I've seen. It's made my whole year coming here, actually. It's been really fun getting to see
awesome.
everything because you see all the videos of it, but
Yeah.
then when you get here, It's really overwhelming. It's a lot of fun, though. The first day was kind of messy. It's like if you look at the video that I filmed here the first day, it's really just my camera moving around a lot really quickly trying to get everything. But the second day I kind of slowed down a bit, realized that, we're only here for 3 days, so I better film the best I can. So probably this, actually.
Cool.
It just shows your excitement level.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think we should probably do a giveaway during this podcast. That's something I often forget to do during the getting to know. So last week, we had Veronica on. I can't remember what we promised as a prize. I wrote it down.
I don't remember either.
But we started something different where I asked everyone to share the podcast, which I'll give instructions on in just a second. And then I'm going to ask for a bit of input from you.
Sure.
Maybe you've heard this shtick before. So we're going to give away a prize this week. And I think what it should probably be is one of these handy-dandy Golden Freddy Idol pop pins. Which the one I'm holding actually belongs to you, Tristan.
Oh, jeez.
That's for you. These are brand new. We just announced them during San Diego Comic-Con. Very limited run of these first bad boys to preview a new product line. There'll be more coming out. But you now are the proud owner of a new one. Describe that to people for us.
Okay, guys. So this is in a pop box that's maybe slimmed down a bit. It's about the same size. They look to be about 3.75 inches like they are.
Yep, sure are.
It's a Freddy Idol, so there was a pop version of this that was at Fun Days. It also says Freaky Tiki Fun Days 2019 on the back. There's a bunch of really cool stuff going on with it. It says you've been rewarded by the great... What's that say there? Anyways, it's from Fun Days is what I'm trying to say here. It's really cool, though. Super exciting to get this. If you guys win one of these, this would be really amazing to win one. But yeah, it looks like a pop, but it's in a pin form. I don't know how you'd fit this on a lanyard. I don't even know if I'm going to take this out of the box. It's just so amazing.
They do have the pins on the back, like a
do?
standard pin.
Yeah, there's
it also has a
3
little
pins on the back,
kickstand.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can take it out and set it up. But I'm with you. I'm an inbox
I'll have to find
guy.
a really good way to display this.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It comes the felt lining on the inside is cool
it's
too.
nice.
Yeah, wow. But it would look nice framed, I bet.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is we want to give that away to at least one fan who's listening.
Sure.
So if you guys haven't listened before, here's your chance. Share this episode of the Funko Funkast wherever you listened from. So let's say it's on SoundCloud. Grab that share link, put it in Twitter, share the Funkast, tell people why they should listen to this episode of the Funkast, and include the hashtag Funko Funkast. That's F-U-N-K.
Oh.
F-U-N-K-A-S-T. We have a shtick there. And I want you to include an emoji so that we know you really listened to the Funkast. You didn't just duplicate someone else's tweet. And we're going to let you pick the emoji.
Oh, geez.
What would your favorite emoji be?
I don't know. Let me think here. There's a really
There's
good...
so many.
Is there a narwhal emoji? I think
I've
there
seen
is.
something, but I can never
feel
remember
like
if it's one of those like
because we always used to
sponsored-
joke about the narwhal on the channel because we had the Mr. Narwhal from Elf. If there is one, that'd be really funny. If
go
not,
to
then
the-
I'll think of a different one.
Let me go to the animals here and let's see what
Is
we
there
got.
one?
Now I want to know. Of course, we got dogs and cats and a fox and a lion. There's
Yeah.
There's a
birds,
hedgehog.
chicken, butterfly,
I don't know.
bumblebee.
There's so many emojis; it's hard to know what's what.
That's true.
There is
Or you
a
would think
whale.
something's an emoji
Maybe
and
about
then
the
it's
whale.
not.
What about the whale emoji?
There's a whale spouting water out of the top.
I don't know. I was trying to think of one that was different.
So do that. Do
Sure.
the whale.
Go with the whale one.
Or if you find the narwhal, or if you can find the whale plus something that makes it look like a narwhal.
There is the unicorn.
Yeah. A whale and a unicorn would be
Close
a narwhal,
enough.
right?
I mean, yeah.
There
is
you
that
go.
is that what it is put together? A whale and a unicorn?
Sure, why not?
Why not?
So include that in your tweet, and then sometime between now and next week, when we do the next episode of the Funkast, I will pick a winner, and we'll get that pin shipped
Awesome.
out to him.
It's crazy.
All right, I think we've gone through all the questions I can think of. Do you have anything you just want to share randomly?
Not really. I don't know. There's so much stuff going on. We are going to be here for a couple days in Everett and going to Seattle. So it's been really fun coming here. The last time I was here, we actually went to Seattle for a couple days, and then we went on a cruise with the whole family. I think it was for my grandparents'
Alaska?
50th anniversary. We did go to Alaska, yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah, it was really cold, but it was fun. You got to go right up to waterfalls and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it's just really fun to be here because last time we were here, there was no Funko HQ, so it's really fun to come here and check it out and do all this cool stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of videos on my channel, I guess, coming out about the Funko HQ. They might be out by now. I'm not sure when this is going up, but there is a lot of them on the channel if you guys want to come check them out.
Now, I know the people that listen to the Funkast are like the best of the best. They're always the one. They're super supportive. So you guys go and follow Tristan on Top Pops.
Thank you.
And like his stuff and comment and share it and help build that channel just like you help with ours. That's the best way you can all be friends. I love when people do that for us.
Definitely.
It's amazing. We ask people to share every week, and regardless of if they win anything or not, they keep doing it.
Yep.
And
That's
I love
great.
to see those tweets. Just makes me so happy. Okay, so one thing we do on the Funcast when we go to sign out, we each have our own sign-off saying.
Ooh.
I think you already have yours, but just to make sure, when we sign off, I always say Nerds Unite.
I say will not be tamed.
Do you want me to do my video outro?
Well, your video that's a little different because
I know.
joining an episode of Top Pop, so you'll have to come up with a unique one for this one. It's usually, for us, for me, it means something. I say Nerds Unite because I like the idea of us all coming together and helping
course.
one another and being kind to one another.
Mine means absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
I'm just a dork.
It got brought up one time and you're like, I like that.
Yeah, just stuck.
Something short but sweet.
I always say Popsters, thanks for watching. That's all I really do, though. I don't actually have like a little saying at the end.
Your first podcast, now you could say Popsters, thanks for listening.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I do like that. That's cool.
Maybe this becomes the beginning of his podcast
Hey,
one
you
day.
never know.
All right, so we do the weird thing of saying them all at the same time. I still don't know how that originated.
Yep.
But it really confuses everyone, and we've stuck with it since the early episodes.
Yep.
So we're
Sure.
going to do it here. I'll go 3, 2, 1, and then we all say it together.
Okay.
You ready? All right, 3, 2, 1.
Popsters, thanks for listening.
Perfect.